What's up, everybody? Welcome back to A Trucker's Life. I'm Jorge Navarro. If you're new to the channel, welcome to the channel. If you've already been subscribed, welcome back, guys. And here we are leaving beautiful Abingdon, Virginia, headed back to Houston, Texas. Our friend back there, that's another one of our trucks, another one of our owner-operators. He's staying to do his 34-hour reset, so he is not going home just yet. But yeah, guys, been feeling a lot better lately. Been feeling a lot in a lot better mood. It's a little hot out there. But actually it's beautiful outside, really. It's 87 degrees with a mild breeze. This morning it was 70 degrees. Just awesome. I'm sure it wasn't that pleasant back home in Texas. Going through this beautiful neighborhood again. I'm pretty sure they're kind of tired of having trucks going into the industrial area behind me, having these beautiful, looks like very expensive homes. But it is what it is. The place actually where I just unloaded has been here for over 50 years, so I don't think these houses are even that old. They could be. But anyways, guys, things that have been going on with me lately brings me to a topic that a lot of people don't really like talking about, but it's something that I think is very important to talk about, and that is mental health, and being able to talk to people to get you through things. And sometimes I am extremely guilty about this, that I like to stay to myself when I'm going through these situations. It just feels like to me that it kind of helps me more, but I do have that base, those friends that actually are there for me, and if I need to talk to them, they'll answer me as soon as I give them a call. So that is very important to have people like that around you. But yeah, I've been going through a lot lately, just feeling depressed because of my dad's illness and him having to see him again go through chemo, and I don't know why, but I let the stresses of the problems of the world get to me. And just because it's hard for me to understand how, you guys know I'm not political, it's just hard for me to understand how much people create this hate over what political views you might and might not have. And as if things weren't as bad enough right now, the stress of the pandemic, and the stress of, well, work has actually been pretty steady. It's been pretty good, and it's gotten extremely better for me now that I'm able to come home a lot more often than I used to. This local regional is just mentally and mainly mentally has just been so healthy for me to be able to hang out with my kids and have that almost perfect balance, between work and home. It's amazing, and I definitely thank God for having me exactly where I'm at right now, in the situation I'm in right now. There are things that do happen, and it's hard. And I'm just that type of person that I overthink things. And I post, I don't really post much on Facebook and stuff, and And I look at people's posts, people that I know, friends and stuff like that, they're so stuck in the things that are going on right now with politics that it seems like they're creating hate for themselves. And what's crazy is that I know a lot of these people that are involved in this, and they're great, amazing, amazing people that are letting themselves get sucked into that vacuum. And don't get me wrong, guys, I pay attention to everything too. And I look at a lot of stuff too. And at points, from listening to too much news, sometimes I get sucked into that. And I gotta pull myself out. A good friend of mine, Ray Del Sol, told me, you need to pull yourself out. Get out of there. Turn off the news. Turn off all that stuff for a while. And it'll help you feel better. And it has. It has. It has helped me feel a lot better. And start looking at people for people, not for what they might have on their car or in their front lawn, you know, or whatever. And like I was saying, like, I'm not a political person. I really believe more in humanity than I do in one particular person that can tell a lot of us what we should and shouldn't do, government-wise. I'm not talking about one specific candidate or anything like that, because I really don't care. What I do care about is all of us that are falling in this pit. There's no need to fall in that pit. And at the end of the day, we have to band together and help each other and do whatever we can to survive on this earth. You know, just going through Louisiana the other day opened my eyes up even more. So many people out there suffering, going through the hardest, you know, time in their life, maybe, potentially, because they've lost their house, their job, their car. But at the end of the day, they have their health. They're still alive, and they can rebuild and start over. And us, as humans, no matter what color, race, religion, political views, we can band together and help those people. Help your neighbor. Because all, at the end of the day, the other stuff creates is just a lot of hate. And that's what I've been dealing with, guys. I've been dealing with that. You know, just trying to get myself out of that vacuum. Trying to figure out this life. Trying to figure out my dad's situation. Just me being, I am just terrified of, my whole thing with my dad is that I'm terrified of what his mind is thinking. That he's got this terrible illness that it's a possibility he's not going to be able to be controlled. You know, just that right there for me, it just terrifies me to the core. It's like me, I've never been really afraid of dying. I'm afraid of, the first thing I think about when I think about, you know, me dying is my kids, is what their suffering is going to be and what their life is going to be like with me missing. I mean, I'm already missing from their life, but I'm talking about, like, you know, until death, until we meet again in heaven, put it that way. And it just terrifies me to think about that. And but it's not about me, it's about them, you know. And that's the same thing with my father. It just terrifies me that what he's going through in his head, and all of the people that have suffered through any illness and that are facing so many things. I am extremely lucky and grateful for everything that I have, because sometimes I am selfish and think that I don't have this and I don't have that and I need this and I need that, and then I drive through a place like Louisiana and it slaps me in the face and says, "You got everything, dude. What else do you want?" You have a job, you have your family, you have you know, your health somewhat, and what else do you need? Yeah, what else do I need? And yet there's people suffering without a house, without a car. So many people are losing their houses because they can't pay their rent, they can't pay their mortgage, losing their cars. Just 2020, go away already. And don't ever come back. Oh man, blaming this poor 1 year, right? But which probably has nothing to do with it, but you know, it's in the time frame, so 2020, go away. Get it over with. Get all this hate over with and all this hurt. Yeah. I act like, you know, at midnight 2021, things are just gonna snap and completely change, but I can only hope. But then again, we go back to mental health and thinking about things, trying to think things right and not go through the wrong path, follow the bad path, go, you know, get into alcohol and get into drugs and get into deep depressions. My problem is more getting into deep depressions, but I try to crawl myself out. Right now I'm crawling out and I'm seeing the end. Maybe not the end, but I'm seeing a light that I'm getting out of the depressive state that I was in, and trying to continue being strong and pushing forward in life. Whew. Even just saying that was a little emotional there. But yeah, so that's what I'm going through, and those are the things that I think about, guys. I am just that type of person that just thinks about, I think about everybody else when it comes to things like that before I think about before myself. When it comes to somebody's health, somebody's life, sometimes, you know, and they say think about yourself before you think about anybody else. You cannot help anybody unless you help yourself first, and that is very true. I'm working on that. This is all a big work in progress. Probably work on it the rest of my life. But that's what I've been going through lately, guys. And faith in God, and with having a great community with you guys and the great family that I have at home. What else do I really want? What else do I need? Nothing. Nothing is better than that. Caring about other people and having them care about you as well. That, at the end of the day, is the most important. So hopefully you guys can think about it and try to make a couple of changes yourself. Turn this news off. No matter which news outlet that you watch, turn it off for a little bit. Boy, these cops are busy. And just sit there quiet and think about things. That is what's important. Guys, guys don't forget to be kind to one another. Help anybody needs help. Anybody contemplating suicide, 1-800-273-8255. Cancer prevention, go get checked. Colon cancer is real. I'm dealing with it right now with my father. And free screening, catching it early, can save your life. Military men and women, thank you so much for your service. See you guys on the next video. Peace. I'm out of here.